Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about a floor to chair transfer. This might be a skill that you learned in rehab or you might be practicing rehab. I think it's really important because you got to be able to get out of the chair sometime. I like to use a yoga mat. I have hardwood floors, so I think that just protecting my skin, I don't want to get onto a hard surface since I can't feel my butt. I'm a T1 complete, which means I'm paralyzed from about the upper chest level, and like I said, I don't have any sensation. So yeah, I do use the yoga mat on the ground. I use this not only for floor transfers, but anytime that I go to the pool, I usually use one of these. Wanted to start the transfer. What I typically do is I'll wheel right up to the mat and I'll lock in my wheel locks. That keeps the chair just from wanting to take off on me. I also feel like it, helps me transfer to the ground a little smoother. So what I'll do is I'll get to the edge of the chair. Now you got to move. I typically put my legs off to the side. I noticed since I don't have any ab control, it's kind of hard to get my lower body off the front of the chair. So typically what I'll do is I'll get my legs over to the side. I'll put my left hand right on this bar here. And then at the same time, I'll put my fist way out here on the ground. And since it's way out there in front of me, it kind of allows me to, use my upper body to get my lower body off the chair, and keeps me from dragging down on the front of the chair as much. So the way I do is I'll just kind of start, like I said, get my feet out there. You want to try to do this as slow and as smooth as possible. Sometimes it's not as smooth as others, but that's kind of the main goal. So I'm kind of on the edge of the chair. I'm just going to put my fist down here, just kind of slowly guide to the floor, and then I'll just kind of kick my legs out. So that's the easy part. I'm down on the floor, but obviously gravity was a little bit easier. I have to get back up in the chair, so what I do, I try to get my left knee kind of in this area. Another thing I wanted to mention is I usually transfer into the chair perpendicular to the front of the chair. I see a lot of people that will back their back right up to the chair and actually just try to put each hand on these bars, and get themselves up. But I noticed, like I said, since I don't have any ab control, I was dragging my back on this a lot. So that kind of worried me. I didn't want to tear up my back doing that. I also would kind of get my butt jammed into this area quite a bit just because it's such a narrow, lower part of the chair is so narrow. So this is the way I do it. If you have a lot of spasticity, this is probably a better way to do it. When I originally was paralyzed, I had so much spasticity. I have a baclofen pump now, so this makes it a little bit easier. So you get that first knee right there, and that kind of just rests there on its own. The hard part is getting this knee to stay in place. I've noticed it constantly wants to flop out. So typically what I'll do is I'll use my chin, move this back a little bit. I'll just kind of use my chin to keep it in, kind of like that. So, and then basically it's all strength from this point. You really try to use your left arm to push up as hard as you can right here. And then I always have my right arm kind of behind me a little bit, just to do the same exact thing. So maybe just count to 3 and just do it. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So, like I said, this is going to take some practice. I mean, this is not something that I figured out right away. A lot of the times I would get halfway up and I'd go right back down. So, as you do this more and more often, you build up your strength quite a bit. Just get a yoga mat, give it a shot. Don't get discouraged if it doesn't work the first 20 times. By the time you do it 50 or 100 times, you're going to have it down. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks a lot.